said, so like, here she comes. Like, I don't know, like I was going to be really large or something. I don't know. Like, here she comes. Oh. Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Yeah? Your drinks have started to set in? That's good, because I need to talk to y'all about some shit. Okay, so let me start with this. So I'm originally from Mississippi, and I've lived here for 6 years, right? And my family still does not get it. They cannot figure out why I still live here. So I get all the stupid questions, or the questions that I think are stupid, like, you ever ride the subway? Yes. You ever get scared? No. You ever been raped? Like, that's inappropriate, right? No, I've never been raped, and it's strange that you just asked me that so nonchalantly. Where you park your car? I don't have a car. What do you mean you don't have a car? How you go to Walmart? There is no Walmart. What? And so they automatically assume that I've been mugged a million times, but actually, I've never even come close to being mugged. I feel really lucky that way. Is anybody, I know this is a room full of New Yorkers, anybody ever been mugged? No, of course not, because you're New Yorkers. If you lived in Mississippi, you would have been robbed like 8 times already by the time you're 20 years old. And they have like the craziest types of criminals in Mississippi. They will steal anything. They'll steal things like meat. Like, you heard it, like meat. Like ribs. There was, actually it made the front page of the paper, there was this this criminal they called the deep freeze thief. Do y'all know what a deep freeze is? Those big rectangular boxes that you go in the garage, you can fit like a dead body in it, supposedly. People were going into the garages and stealing meat, like frozen meat out of people's deep freezes. That's messed up. Like, we're already pretty obese. I'm pretty sure you don't need to be stealing any meat out of anybody's thing, right? They actually have a radio show down there. Do y'all know about the radio show called Dumbass of the Day? No? That's a Southern thing too? God bless you. It's called Dumbass of the Day, and this is the radio show where they highlight stupid things that the local idiots have done. So one day they featured these 2 guys that decided they were going to rob the local bank. But they didn't want the bank's security cameras in the parking lot to pick up the license plate, right? So they parked 3 blocks away from the bank. But when they got out of their car 3 blocks away, they decided they were going to go ahead and put their bank robbing disguise on. So they got out of the car and immediately put a pantyhose on their head and held their gun and started walking down the street. So naturally some local yokel calls the bank and says, hey, y'all got 2 idiots headed your way with pantyhose on their head with guns. I'm assuming they're coming to rob y'all. Y'all might want to do something about that. So the receptionist just walks up to the door, and when they're standing there ready to like break in, she just locks it. Ends up locking their asses in the ATM vestibule. How stupid do you have to be? And then, of course, the police came and arrested them, and that was the end of it. They, didn't obviously get away. Found their car parked 3 blocks away. And it was just ridiculous, right? It's the most ridiculous thing in the world. And my family still doesn't get it. They listen to this radio show, every single day, and they still can't figure it out. And still have the guts to ask me, have I ever been raped or mugged? Like, no! What's happening in your neighborhood? Let's focus on that. My friend went back to Mississippi like a few weeks ago to see her mama and ended up getting her purse stolen. The car was parked under a floodlight in the Olive Garden parking lot. And somebody came in and broke the window out and stole her purse. And her parents looked at her and said, well, you shouldn't have left your purse on the seat. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. What in the world? Personally, I blame her for going to the Olive Garden at all. I think that's honestly problem number 1. But look at New York during Hurricane Sandy. Nothing got looted. Nothing even got looted during Hurricane Sandy. What? That's insane. When Hurricane Katrina came through Mississippi and New Orleans, they took everything. They were taking people's dogs and running around. They took everything they could get. There was actually only 1 report of looting here during Hurricane Sandy. It was at the Ann Taylor in Battery Park. I thought, damn, that's a driven criminal. He's just looking for some casual separates. Maybe he had a job interview or something. He's trying to better himself. God knows he didn't, that kind of guy's not going to steal any kind of meat or anything like that. Turns out nobody touched one thing. It turns out it was just the wind from Hurricane Sandy just blew out all the windows. Nobody touched a single item in Ann Taylor, which should maybe say something for Ann Taylor. Maybe they should revamp their line. I don't know. But seriously, like criminals just walk by and they're like, oh damn, look at that, the windows of Dan Taylor got blown out. Yeah, let's go get some lunch. That was it. They left it right there. That's my time. Thank y'all so much. I'm Kendall.
Give it up for Kendall, everybody. Kendall!